there guys, thanks for visiting my movie vlog. My name's John Campea and this is my review of the brand new animated DC Universe film, Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. The basic setup for Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay goes something like this. Amanda Waller, who is the head and runs the whole Suicide Squad program, she finds out she has terminal cancer and she is dying. So she sends her Suicide Squad on a quest to get this card, I kid you not. A card that is literally, it says on it, get out of hell free card. Not being the nicest person in the world, it's clear why she would love to get her hands on this card. The only problem is that you gotta find the card first, and on top of that, you got a couple of other interested parties looking for it as well. You got Reverse Flash looking for it, Zoom, and you got Vandal Savage also looking for it. So for our Suicide Squad, it's a race against the clock, it's a race against Zoom, not an easy thing to do, and a race against Vandal Savage, and a race basically to try to not get their heads blown off by Amanda Waller herself. The first thing I need to point out about Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay is right off the top of this movie, they make sure you are aware this is an R-rated DC animated film. It is brutal. The violence is visceral. It's gory. They do some pretty nasty stuff in this thing. Lots of blood, lots of people getting shot, lots of people getting stabbed. There's even a strip club involved at some point. In this rendition of Suicide Squad, we've got it being led by Deadshot, who's being voiced by Kristin Slater, who actually does a really good job. I'll admit, when I heard Kristin Slater was going to do the voice of it, I like Kristin Slater, but I couldn't see him doing that voice, but it actually worked really well in the film. Going along with him, of course, you got Harley Quinn, who's one of the most popular characters in DC right now. You got Bronze Tiger, you got Copperhead, and one of the most ridiculously named characters, but who's pretty cool in the movie, Captain Boomerang. Also along for the ride, although she's not in the poster itself, is Killer Frost. Now, I thought that was an interesting addition because my only real exposure to Killer Frost lately has been the Killer Frost character in the Flash TV show. This is a very different Killer Frost than what we get in the show. Now look, I am one who notoriously, I generally don't like the animated films from either Marvel or DC. There are a couple of exceptions, yes, but for the most part, I find them kind of wasteful. I'm gonna say this though, there is some real depth to Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. And it's not just because it's gory and it's got a lot of violence and that it really embraces the R-rated nature of the whole thing, but it has some deeper ideas and deeper levels they go to. Look, when you get past the ridiculous notion of a card that just literally says on it, get out of hell free, it allows the movie to introduce themes and characters looking in themselves, thinking about mortality, thinking about their own ideas of right and wrong, thinking about what comes after life, some spiritual discussions along the way as well. Some characters and individuals you think in the world of DC that are like unshakable, unmovable, solid as stone. But when it really comes to thinking about deeper things, they can become frail. And the fact that they explored these types of subjects in a film like this, I thought was really impressive. Like a lot of these animated films from both Marvel and DC, can it get cheap and cheesy along the way? Yes, it does. This film is no exception to that. There's many scenes in the film like, oh gosh, really it reminds you you're watching kind of a dumb animated film. But unlike a lot of those other films, those scenes are a little fewer and a little further bit between than they are in the other ones as well. And I found that the good things in this film, the deeper ideas, the deeper concepts, the action of it, the goriness of it, and some pretty well put together characters actually make Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay a pretty enjoyable view. You know, it's only about an hour and a half long, so it's not a big, huge time commitment. Bottom line is, I'm gonna recommend you check out Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. Just make sure you know what you're getting in for. Don't sit down and watch it with your kids. So anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. Have you had a chance to watch it yet? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Jump down to the comment section below and leave me your thoughts. Listen, guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, simply at John Campea. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. My name's John Campea, and until my next video, bye-bye.